Hello guys! Today a new batch of information about the Lord of Hatred expansion for Season 13 in Diablo 4. This is New Off Let's Go. The new location looks like this and is located on the bottom left away from the rest of the Sanctuary map. 5 islands, 8 waypoints, a dozen nightmare dungeons, 3 strongholds. Just as a reminder, there are 3 strongholds in each region, so they haven't strayed from that tradition here. But the region itself is small in size. But the value isn't in the size, it's in the density, and at first glance that seems fine. To prevent the cube from getting into the hands of those who did not buy the expansion, it was placed in the central city of the new region, Themis. That is also where the war plan is located. This is about leveling up our regular activities. That is the pit. The Horde Kurast and so on will now be leveled up while we are engaged in the corresponding activity. By leveling up all the activities, we will receive enhanced rewards. I already talked about the details of the improvements coming in the expansion in this video. They introduced fishing. But this is such an old idea that I don't think it will surprise anyone. Besides, fishing in a hack and slash game is somewhat out of place, I suppose. That's how I feel about it. It is stated that from the loot obtained from this fishing, we will be crafting more powerful items, including legendary and unique ones. It's just that I think these items will be mediocre, intended for the mid-game. But I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that everyone will forget about this fishing within half an hour. The warlock in the footage is playing on Torment 2. Starting from Season 13, there will be either 7 or 12 difficulty levels. Don't think this will change anything except the numbers for the difficulty. Nothing will change. Just like before, if you specifically spent, for example, 20 hours to reach the maximum difficulty, then the same 20 hours will be what you spent now. Only instead of reaching Torment 4, you will reach Torment 12 in the same time, except perhaps for the first season of the expansion, where you will be delayed a bit while getting familiar with the new content. These difficulty numbers are an illusion of progression and an illusion of increased challenge. No one can afford to make the maximum difficulty level unreachable for new players. So get ready. Instead of taking steps of +1 difficulty, we will be taking steps of +2 or 3 difficulty, or +10 if the difficulty ever gets raised to Torment 40. The goal of all this, I mean this portioned information, is to stoke interest while not saying anything specific. Primitive marketing games. But what will happen to the skill trees of the other characters besides the warlock? His skills have been known for a long time, but what about everyone else? Isn't it time to give players something for the other classes? Personally, I am not interested in the warlock. He will obviously be the strongest, as is always the case with all new classes. This is neither good nor bad, it is a given. Companies exist to make money, and that is exactly what they do. The only difference is the degree of lack of principles. But even that difference is only visible when comparing indie studios to big companies. That is to say, I'm not saying that Blizzard is specifically bad, it's just the way the world is the way it is, and precisely the way we allow it to be. As you can see from the interface, no one has done anything with it. That is to say, at the top there is again that whole pile of icons, half of which, when you have all the buffs active, don't even fit on that bar. Why not move the permanent buffs to the side, for example, to the left or right of the health or mana globe? I mean, move the weekly event icons, the potion and the rune word icons away from the top to the right and down. Why not? Whether bugs that have existed for years will be fixed is unknown, but that a bunch of new ones will be added is certain. I advise you not to wait for the expansion with inflated expectations. What will we get? We will get a pretty picture and nice animations. Blizzard has always known how to draw. A short expansion campaign. For story lovers, new side quests will be added. But personally, I'm not waiting for new classes or anything like that. Personally, I'm waiting for a loot filter because that is what will truly change something in the game. Everything else is visual and marketing fluff. Here's another thing. Climbing up and down across the different levels of the location is already getting annoying. There is no moderation. They made these ascents and descents, and even though they no longer entertain anyone but rather annoy, they keep putting them everywhere. And I don't mean that I have anything against the ones you can jump over, but climbing up and down is already tedious. Will they remove that hated inventory tab with junk that annoys absolutely everyone? I doubt it. That's not what it was made for, so we'll have to keep enjoying it. These are the questions that concern me. I am not excited, although I cannot deny that the game, even if chaotically, is developing. Another thing I am really interested in is the set of skills and nodes for party play for all classes, but there is silence about that so far. The link to the full video is in the description. And on that note, allow me to end things for today. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, and anyway, write a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.